right, I just destroyed my Ukrainian buddy Rustam Metsidov at a little game of chess, dude. So let's check it out. All right, we're going to run a little Caro-Kann here. Get the pawns in the center. He pushes past. I love this one. Love this one. I know it well. We're going to basically attack this central pawn the entire game. It's going to be great. So I should have taken early, I guess. But I'm going to bring my queen out, attack this pawn, attack this pawn. Things are looking good to me, you know? So take the bishop here with the plans of like removing one of the defenders of this pawn so that I can take eventually. I guess it would have been better for me to take this pawn because I'm pretty much destroying his pawn chain here. Definitely would have been a good move, but ended up winning a pawn anyway, so I'm pretty happy. Should have developed my bishop there, given a check. That would have been cool. Good to know. He attacks my pawn, or my queen, and my pawn through my queen, so I back up, protect the pawn. And now I'm just putting more pressure on this pawn, you know? Now I got two knights looking at it. He's got two pieces defending, but I'm thinking eventually I can probably bring my queen or something. He attacks my queen, which I don't really appreciate. Not a very nice thing for him to do. I try to kick the knight. He just gives up a knight, so I win a pawn. I isolate this pawn that I'm attacking. Things are looking good, dude. Things are looking good to me. He ends up winning a pawn. I get castled. He brings back his bishop to defend the pawn. And I'm just going to offer the trade of rooks with the plan of just winning this pawn, basically. I'm just trying to get the rook out of the way so that I can bring another attacker onto this pawn. I bring my rook right here, attacking the pawn again, kind of forcing the trade, but my queen just replaces it. Now I've got a bunch of pieces looking at this. I'm just going to take here, offer the trade of queens, and I'm looking good, dude. I'm up 2 pawns. Like this is a central pass pawn, protected. It's looking good, dude. It's looking good. I attack his bishop, just try to kick that thing out of there. That thing was kind of making me mad. And I'm pushing this pawn. This is a bad decision, you know, just a straight up bad decision. I push it onto a square where his bishop sees it and blunder this fork, and he takes advantage of it. Move my knight out of the way, and I'm just going to trade the rooks, still thinking that this looks pretty good. I think I still have an advantage here. So I attack his pawn. He moves his bishop back, and I'm going to start bringing my king. We're going to start rolling up the board. I guess this wasn't a good move. Should have continued bringing my king, I guess, because my king is pinned by his bishop, which was probably not a good. That's not a good square to have my king on. Shouldn't have done that. But I get this pawn rolling, pushing again. So I have these 2 central pawns, just barring his king from getting any closer. My knight's right here, just serving as like a nice little piece to keep pushing these pawns. I bring my king up, supporting these. So this would have been a cool move. I was just kind of made a waiting move, kind of hoping that he would go back because I thought this looked really good because my knight has this square covered. So I'm going to get the pawns moving. But I guess in this position, I could have pushed. And then I was just worried about him getting here. That looked kind of annoying. But I do have this check. And then that might force the pieces off. And that looks pretty good, I guess. But pretty happy with how this went. Take opposition behind my pawns. I'm just pushing him back. Pushing him back, I'm going to go make a queen. He attacks one of my pawns. I push it past. Not the best move. And then he's going to try and get his pawn rolling. He's running real low on time. So it sort of just becomes a time scramble for the rest of the game. Neither of us play this perfectly. I just sacrificed my knight for the pawn, thinking that I could probably at least flag this guy. I just had to make a move, and I didn't feel like him queening. I feel like him queening might be bad, you know? Might be a bad thing if that happens. So I'm just going to go try to take this pawn and try to go make a queen. I push this pawn. He sacks the bishop for it, and dude's just going to run out of time. I make a queen. I'm just going to, like, threaten to checkmate him, basically, but dude flags, you know, that's how you win them sometimes. But I had the lead the whole game. It was a good game, dude. It's a rock-solid Caro-Kann. That's what we're out here doing, just running rock-solid Caro-Kanns, okay? Just winning central pawns and eventually winning games.